Picture your pet, your family member, your very best friend, at the foot of your bed, cozy, warm, loved. Now picture the unfortunate pets that live without love, without a family, without a home, in a shelter. Pet Peeves is determined to make a difference in their lives.
Whether it's an elderly dog out on the street by itself without anyone to care for it, or whether it's a true abuse case where animals are being abused in the home or by other people or even by children, what people don't realize is that animals actually feel pain. But they don't only feel physical pain. They really suffer from emotional pain too. Many of us who suffer from emotional pain know how hard it is for ourselves, but to an animal that can't help himself, that emotional pain is so real. But there is good news. It is also proven that these animals positively respond to the love and care that they receive in shelters and in foster homes. And none of that would be possible without the special kind of support that Pet Peeves offers all these wonderful organizations.
Here at Crest Hollow Country Club, I was so blessed to sit with Mr. Monty Sr. and his son Richard and explain my passion for animals, for children, and for the elderly, the voiceless, the defenseless of Long Island. And I asked, how can I make an impact? And they both looked at me and said, why can't you? It was so natural. These are people that have been supporting cancer research for 40 years. It was natural. So 10 years ago, I brought together 10 or 15 people who also thought to bring together 10 or 15 people. And we had a reception for 65 people. I talked about the Pet Peeves mission. From there, people came to our mission full of love and willing to give. Services were donated that very night, and that's how we began.
Animal sheltering is very physically draining. It's not an easy job, but the biggest part of it is the emotional drain. What we see at the shelter sometimes haunts you. It really does. What really helps us and keeps us going, because I think if it was all negative, who could keep up? I mean, I would have quit long ago. I feel that we're tasked to find ways to help these people. And that's where Pet Peeves came to our rescue, because we're so busy with the hands-on with the animals. We're so busy talking to people, trying to find help for them. But we don't have the time to go out and knock on doors and ring bells and go to corporations and ask for money. Pet Peeves was like the helping hand from the darkness. And they reached out to us and said, we're here, we can't do your job, but we can help you do your job better. And this was like, it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. And there's such a wonderful group of people.
If we do what we do best, and we allow the shelters and the rescue groups to do what they do best, we won't have homeless animals.
With the grants that Last Hope has received from Pet Peeves, we were able to create our Fix a Feral program and really get it off the ground. We had always had a program for low-cost spay-neuter, but with the money that Pet Peeves gave us, we were able to probably triple the amount of services that we provided the public for their feral cats. We were also able to redecorate and fix our Last Hope Cat Adoption Center in Huntington. We were able to purchase new cages and totally make our adoption center a very appealing and warm place for people to come to adopt their forever pets. We were able to purchase dog kennels so the dogs would be comfortable and not confined to smaller cages. They had room to move around at our dog center.
We were able in 2011 to spay and neuter approximately 142 cats in 3 days of clinics specifically funded by Pet Peeves. Now, Pet Peeves will pay for the medical supplies, they will pay for the technical help, the veterinarian, and we're able to do it at low cost enough so that it makes it possible for us to do a large amount.
Pet Peeves has helped us tremendously. We have a community outreach program in a low-income area in Suffolk County, and we offer free spay-neuter and with transportation for the families. Very often these families don't have cars. The dogs are chained up in the backyard, just producing puppies. So our goal is to get them spayed and neutered so they stop reproducing, and thanks to Pet Peeves' grant, we're able to do that.
I received a phone call from a woman who was crying on the phone because she couldn't afford to pay for her cat to get a tooth removed that was abscessed. And she felt, terrible, but she just didn't have the financial resources to do it. So with the grant from Pet Peeves, we were able to offer her a vet visit and, the opportunity to have that tooth removed from one of our participating vets through Pet Peeves funding.
Pet Peeves grants are not easily obtained. They're very difficult, in fact, and we make it that way. We need to give the grants to those who will give and apply them directly to the animals, not to administration. We make sure that our shelters and rescue groups are fiscally responsible. We go on site visits to the various shelters just to check to see what type of care is being given, where are the funds going. Our grants very often go right to the mouths of hungry pets. I'm so grateful to our sponsors, our supporters, those that believe in our mission and that understand how important it is for us to apply the funds that they work so hard to raise, or for the individual that sends us $5, $10, $1,000. That's hard-earned money, and we're very, very careful and very, very grateful for every penny.
I'm Joe Mamone, president of Coldwell Banker Residential Brokerage here on Long Island, and we have been a proud sponsor of Pet Peeves for the past 5 years. All the members of Pet Peeves, their work is voluntary. They're not paid for what they do. That's important to us. That's paramount to know that virtually every dollar that is raised through our efforts, or for that matter, anyone's efforts, go out for the cause. And as I went around to my various offices and speaking to agents and employees, hands down, I got no pushback as Pet Peeves being one of the recipients of our philanthropic efforts. So it was received very well, 100% on board, and it's been a pleasure.
Say hi. Hello.
There are so many ways that we can improve our outreach to pets in need. That's why I'm just so proud to be a big supporter of Pet Peeves on their 10th anniversary. They offer such an incredible resource to organizations out there that need help. And I look forward to strengthening our partnership with Pet Peeves and their relationship with rescue organizations and with shelters, because that's the only way that we can ensure that no animal falls through the cracks.
Bravo, Pet Peeves. Bravo to your board. Bravo to all of your amazing volunteers, without whom this probably would not be possible. You guys have used your passion to enhance the lives of so many animals on Long Island. Thank you for all of your great work.
When I think about Pet Peeves and what they've done for us, they've been the helping hand, the compassion, and the generosity of such good people, thinking about what they've done for the community and what they've done for the pets. Thank you so very much, Pet Peeves.
On behalf of the Board of Directors and the Kent Animal Shelter, I would like to thank the founder of Pet Peeves, Janine Dion, who's doing a fabulous job, and the Board of Directors and volunteers of that organization for making this all possible. So thank you, Pet Peeves.
I just wanted to express my gratitude to Janine Dion and the Board of Pet Peeves for supporting Last Hope for the last 10 years. And together, we have been able to save many lives.
Thank you, Pet Peeves.
Thank you, Pet Peeves. We couldn't do it without you.
How lucky are we to have such amazing sponsors and compassionate shelters and rescue groups? Pet Peeves relies on events like Unleashed to raise funds that will determine what we can give next year. I am so grateful for everyone involved with Pet Peeves. Can you just imagine how grateful the animals are?